Looking back, we start and fill, spitballing cards to the thrill. Jeff and Chris and I make 5, talking tops to keep it live. Got my cards invested tight, rare ones glowing in the night. Chasing photos that amaze, designs that capture every phase. We're collecting, make it last, spitballing cards that blast from the past. Seeking treasures, wins and right, with the crew every card shines bright. Stoked to find that perfect gem, trading stories with my friends. Toss cards here and there, podcast there.
Okay, welcome back to Spitballing Cards. There's 3, 4, and
boom.
5. Jeff, was that a mega box you're gonna open right now?
Yeah, this is where the Skeens is.
You're gonna pull that Skeens live?
That's the giveaway.
Oh.
Well, welcome back. We decided to do this live because there is a concern about 2025 Top Series 1 removing the black borders parallels. And we don't know if that's actually going to happen, but we want to talk about like the set as a whole. We have some information and also the ramifications if that is removed. So with that being said, there's so many of us here. I want to tee it off for maybe Phil. Do you want to give us like a quick 30-second summary of this?
Yeah, sure. So a little sneak peek of the checklist configuration, the checklist itself, but a little bit about the product format as well as the design was dropped earlier today on Beckett.com. And with that came, how many cards are in a pack, how many packs are in a box, boxes are in a case, as well as some of, or maybe a full list of parallels. Hopefully it's not the full list, because on that list of parallels, we're missing a few that we had last year. One being more important than others, most would say, and that being the black parallel that would be numbered this year out of either 74 or 75. We do see a few new cards. We also don't see the Father's Day or Mother's Day parallels, which don't have a whole lot of collectability, and maybe Topps realize that, so maybe it's an intentional omission. So a lot of folks are wondering, is this the complete list or is this the incomplete list? What's going on here?
Good summary. We had something similar happen last year, I believe. And Jeff and Chris were all over. They had lives. They had all sorts of things when the image variations weren't announced the way that we expected, like they weren't going to be included. Maybe I'm butchering that, guys, but that's basically a summary of it. But this checklist is also unique if you want to scroll down, because they have drastically lowered the number of not the number of parallels, but the numbered amount of each parallel. So you'll see, as an example, the blue, the purple, the red all have dropped. The green is dropped. Those were like $9.99, $7.99, but they're actually now matching Topps Chrome. So that's why the red's out of 5. That's why the gold is existing for the first time out of 50. That's why the blue's out of 150, purple out of 250, green out of 99. So they're matching flagship to be consistent. Do we like that? How do we feel about that? What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I want to sort of just tack on to what Scott had just said. Yeah, last year they announced that instead of image variations, we were getting those true photo variations with no borders. And Jeff and I basically had what my mom would call a conniption fit. My head exploded. We did like 3 lives. I almost died of alcohol poisoning, but it turned out it was just like a really early release sheet, and I'm pretty sure that's what we're dealing with here. Yep. I'm 99.9% sure we're getting the Topps black parallels. It's just going to be hobby only, and this is probably just mostly just retail. And I'm sure there's no way they're getting rid of the Mother's Day, Father's Day either. So don't panic. I would generally advise don't panic. As far as matching these numbers to Chrome, cool idea.
They have Memorial Day though. Like that's the weird thing. Why throw Memorial Day in here?
And I see clear is in there too, and that's
clear
usually
is
hobby
a
only
hobby
as well.
exclusive. Yeah. Like because black is a hobby and jumbo. Clear is just pure hobby. So it's weird they included that.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about it though. And if you don't see me panicking, if you don't see Jeff panicking, I think we're gonna be okay.
Man,
but in terms of the parallels numbers kind of matching Chrome, I like it. I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it's good. One, it took some parallels at like $9.99 in flagship down, which I think is a pro. But I do believe that there are still going to be the holiday parallels like Easter. There's still going to be the random unnumbered foils. I think we all can agree with. But Phil actually in our group chat made a good observation, and that was in regards to the black. Where is it? The black rainbow foil. Maybe they're taking the black flagship and making it the black rainbow foil because it's a more desired parallel. They don't want it to go up every single year. I will say, before Phil, I want to hear your thoughts on that. But I will say that they did the same thing to the platinum 1-of-1 last year. It went from platinum to a platinum foil 1-of-1.
They did.
So that did happen. So maybe it'll happen again.
Yeah. So some of the remarks I've made on this podcast in the past are with the platinum parallel 1-of-1 in the past that wasn't a foil. It's not really a unique looking card. It's not a good looking card. If somebody who's new to the hobby or does other sports was going through a dollar box, they would skip right past the platinum parallel unless they saw the 1-of-1 numbering on it. So the black parallel, yeah, it's a little bit nicer looking, perhaps, maybe a little bit more unique, but maybe Topps is studying the Panini playbook and seeing the success of the gold prisms numbered to 10 and, you know, how unique looking it is and how it's numbered to 10, maybe a black parallel number to 75. Maybe they want it to be a more valuable card. Maybe this is their way of actually carrying forward the black legacy. I don't agree with the reasoning per se. I don't know if I do. I have to really think about it. But that could be the potential rationale for them to drop the black parallel and to replace it with this. So I don't know. It's definitely interesting. But, you know, in a previous episode, it was about like, how can we collect like best bang for your buck or budget collecting? And I had made a comment about how I collect black parallels, and people commented, like, you can't do that. Those are too expensive. Well, actually, there's a lot of players, rookies. Probably most players' rookies are between $5 to $20 or $5 to $25, unless it's a star, right? In second year, third year, fourth year parallels of Ohtani, of Juan Soto, they're not really out of reach. And with gold prisms that are second, third, fourth years of like Joe Burrow, I think they'd be a little bit more expensive than say like the equivalent of a black parallel for somebody like Soto or Ohtani in baseball.
Yep.
Great point. Jeff, we haven't heard from you yet at all, which is a crime. What are your thoughts on this?
I've got some other concerns. I can't believe that they're reducing the numbers on those parallels. And just looking at that list, I feel like there must be some other non-numbered parallels that are coming.
Yeah. Agreed 100%. There's no way this is the exhaustive list. No way.
I think we're fine with that as a group, aren't we? I'd rather have more non-numbered parallels than have parallels numbered to 1,000. Am I in the minority there?
I don't know. I'm just I don't know. It doesn't bother me either way because they're useless hits. I feel like they have a little more cachet if they're numbered. So I'm surprised that Topps is doing that. But
I'm all for non-numbered parallels myself. If you want to have 20,000 rainbows, go for it. Go for it. But keep the numbered parallels consistent, like with Topps Chrome. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I saw we pulled up that comment from Royal Benjamin too about the golds. I also noticed, I'm sure you guys did, the golds from 2024 they almost look brown.
Yeah.
So hopefully they are able to gold those things up and make those look a little bit more gold. So Royal, we're with you, buddy.
2015 is my favorite year of golds, I would say. 2015 was like my favorite year of every parallel in Chrome and flagship. They just look great. I want to see Topps do more of that. The gold,
they had big borders in 2015.
Yeah, but like the golds, like if you move them, they have like a shine to them, like a luster or something. In the like they put some, I don't know if glitter is the right word, but they put something in the gold to make it look good.
Yeah, except now that's just gold foil, right?
Look at that card.
Non-numbered gold foil.
It's actually a really nice card. It's awesome.
Yeah. Trout has some cool cards.
The
What do you think of Mike Trout, by the way? I was looking at his, this is off topic, gold Bowman Chrome rookie. And it's sold for $3,400. And that card in the past would have been like 12 grand. But Trout has to somehow have value, right?
Trout still has lots of value. I'm surprised how much value Trout still has. Not that it's not warranted, just that it hasn't come down more. I keep looking at his prices going, they're down. They're not down as much as I thought, which tells me people are still holding their Trouts.
I love Mike Trout. I hope he can play again.
I freaking love Mike Trout. He's awesome.
Okay, so other things. Let me pull this checklist up. There's a few other things I wanted to talk about.
Here's
that design.
Yeah. Let's talk about the design.
What do we think about it?
Yeah. What do we think about it?
Maybe we
I
all
saw-
rate our fingers how we'd rate it. How does that?
I saw Alan said the design is awful.
Yes,
said
Alan
so.
doesn't like it, but a couple other people
Alan-
in the chat did like it.
Alan
Andy
doesn't like
Grove
it.
said, "Glad to see the white borders again." And
That's
I
what
do. I
was
like
gonna
the white
comment
borders
on.
too. That's
Yes,
going to make the
only
parallels.
issue you're going to
pop.
have grading is like centering. Like maybe centering is going to be a problem. Who knows?
Yep.
Are they going to have the true photos again? I guess they will. That'll look.
They
kinda
did
cool
an
in
update.
contrast.
They got rid of them in Topps update, and I think that was.
I hope they're keeping
dumb.
them.
I
Yeah, I
think
hope so
they're
too.
cool. I'm a fan.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize they were an update.
somebody on Instagram was saying they're a little reminiscent of some 80s Topps designs, maybe like an 82, 83 with the lines around the side.
Yeah, kind of like that 82
Yeah,
hockey
yeah,
stick
yeah.
design.
Yeah.
The diamond is interesting. The
Yeah.
placement there. Is that a waste of ink? And I think maybe the Skeens card, the name of the team actually pops a little bit more. Here it's a little lost potentially, or is it just me? But
I see in the diamond, it looks like there's a little circle in center field. Is that
they
their way
put
of
their
saying where he
position, which
plays?
is pretty cool.
oh, okay.
Okay.
That's how they designate position instead of writing out.
Actually, I
center
like that.
field. They
Ah,
just
I
show
kinda like that.
the spot on the
All right,
field.
so it does have a purpose.
Yeah, that's the
kinda like
extent of what my eyesight currently is. I can see that little spot, but if it were any smaller, it would just be a nothing.
But I'm with
yeah,
Phil.
here.
The name doesn't exactly stand out on the side, the team name, and I don't know if that's just because
But Jeff, picture if you picture that border being all black, then I
yes.
bet that name is really going to pop
Oh,
out.
the black parallels are
That
going to be
would look
great
cool.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are going to
Yeah.
look really cool.
So some people on Facebook asked to fill in the name of the team, but if you do that, then it really takes over the card.
Yeah.
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 You can't do that. Too much emphasis.
Too much emphasis.
They did that with this year,
Team
didn't they?
collector.
They made it like really shiny, like it was a neon sign this year.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, what do they do
just
for the
put it
DH?
outside
John
the
Mayer,
name.
I assume not the John Mayer, is asking, do they put it like over on the side?
Yeah,
Like in
the
the
dugout.
yellow?
it's just nothing.
Yeah,
It just doesn't have
just
it. Yeah.
I know
God.
Tiny's going to have 2 dots, maybe.
Oh,
If there is a DH thing, and maybe there's different variations.
oh man,
It's going to have
I
a
agree.
bat and a ball here for Marcelo Zuna.
right?
I agree with Sin City polls. The future stars look sick. If you wouldn't mind grabbing the Pete Crow Armstrong that's on the sales sheet,
Yep.
they do look really nice. Like Mookie has a future stars in 2015, not that cool. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
pops
good.
quite a bit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
now,
like a
so that
foil.
does make me wonder, though. So look at the future stars is filled in, and it does look pretty sharp. Could it have looked better here if it were filled in? I don't know. I have a hard time visualizing things without doing them, if I'm being honest. So
Yeah. Well, Future Stars, if you look at the previous Topps Chromes card that had that was always the most distinguished part of that card, were those letters. I don't think on the base cards you want to have the team name highlighted in that same way or anything close to that.
This is true. I didn't realize this. Brad commented they recycled the font from the name from Stadium Club to Series 1 the next year, which
pretty
is
close.
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's definitely close.
Well, so don't worry, guys. As always, I have some Stadium Club cards sitting right in front of me. It's similar, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the same.
Yeah. Thematically, it does look similar,
Yeah.
which is weird, though, to go from a 2024 to a 2025 product with that.
All
Yeah.
I do know about this product is the rookie class is pretty bad. We don't know who it is for sure, but do we know who's the headliner? Is there a headliner?
James
Is it
Wood.
James Wood?
Wood. Yeah.
Okay, aside from James Wood, who do we got though?
Schwellenbach. I haven't seen the checklist, but is Spencer Schwellenbach in here? The Braves pitcher. Fun name to say, but I didn't even look.
Yeah, this is going to be worse than 2021 was at the time. Obviously, 2021 now is pretty bad, although it's got Scooble.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So we have Dylan Cruz in the comments and Jackson Jobe.
Did Cruz? Okay, so if it has Cruz and Wood, that's great.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, Cruz. I forgot about that. Yeah,
There's
that's
at least two
Sell
players
me.
to go after.
All of your Jackson Jobs right now.
Right.
the 2 Nationals are going to be the headliners.
Cruz is like predicted to be like the best prospect in the minor leagues. I saw a bunch of articles from some what's the word?
Huh.
Team and not administrators, but
Maybe I'll do
There
something
we
crazy.
go.
I'm gonna put out a Jackson Joe bounty. I gotta
Oh,
think
boy.
this over. Let me put out a Joe bounty.
I like what
people to-
Brad Jackson says. Just what we need is another Jackson.
Yeah,
Jackson
well,
Joe,
we
Jackson
need the
Merrill,
Jackson
Jackson
5 in
Cheerio.
MLB.
So Barry Bonds is back signing again. That's one of the things they're trying to use to pump this product. And it's not going to be just exclusive to Series 1. He's going to have on-card autos potentially in other products as well. So you think about Dynasty. He hasn't signed in a long time.
No.
Yeah,
And
17.
Probably everything. If I remember what they did with Sandy Koufax, they put him in every single product. So I'm guessing that's what we'll see.
And there was a lot of Fernando Valenzuela last year as well.
Yeah. Pete Rose had just started last year too, and obviously Rose and Valenzuela aren't going to be signing, unfortunately. But a Bonds Dynasty with a nice Pirates patch or Giants patch would be pretty pricey.
So I joked on another video that they're pushing the inscriptions, the custom inscriptions on autos, and Ohtani's doing like my first Dodgers home run and other things. I want to see my first injection Barry Bonds auto.
Game used needle.
Yep. Game used serum.
Okay, I actually did not realize this dude made his debut last year, but John Mayer with another Kobe Mayo actually had 41 at bats in September, so he might be in Series 1 as well. Orioles prospect.
He did.
He looks just like every other Orioles prospect.
Yes, but he also just raked in the minor leagues. So
yeah, he's
we'll see what
20.
he makes.
23 next
First
year.
bet in Jackson Holiday, and I don't know.
He had a 926 OPS in AAA as a 22-year-old last year. Pretty good. So not bad. 22 home runs in 89 games. Orioles were so close to being so good. I still don't get why they aren't spending any money this offseason. They're just signing old starting pitchers to one-year deals and hoping that's going to get them to get them through the postseason. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you can't replace Corbin Burns with Charlie Morton. I love Charlie Morton, but that you can't do that.
And they signed
really a 1-to-1.
They signed the Korean or Japanese pitcher who's like 35. I can't remember his name, but he's their other pickup. So not great. Okay, so any other thoughts on Top Series 1 that we want to hit?
Brendan Ryan has a question for the group. If anyone, I don't know if we have necessarily hit this one, but what do you guys think? Was that part of Tops's thought process?
No. I don't think Tops cares about anybody.
I don't think they care about Tops doesn't care about us. No, I don't think they care about grading. Honestly,
but I don't think Brendan's asking if Tops made. I think Brendan's wondering, will this make graders' jobs easier? Yes. You can fly through those things if they're off center. Fly through.
No, he said, you think border design is to make it easier. So he's asking, did they do it?
Yeah. Either way, answer whatever version you want.
By
the way, people should not be grading the base cards anyway. I feel like we always need to put a banner out about that. Please don't grade your base cards.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about print run? I don't think they can do more than last year based on who's in it, even with the Barry Bonds pump. And based on what we know right now about the parallels and some of the numbering going down, is it possible that they cut the print 20, 30% to stimulate sales?
If they copied Pokemon, they would.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I could see it. I don't know. Do you think Topps is really going to take a cut on Series 1 of all product, especially with how well 24 Update has sold? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine them printing less of anything.
Yeah.
Maybe if they print it to the moon, then it'll actually be in that price range Phil mentioned, and I'll open a box and cry myself to sleep.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, remember, guys, Update, much superior release and more limited. It was available for like 3 or 4 days on Topps website for $88. It was available on a release date for $100. Now it's selling for $170. But it was still available really early on for $88. People are going to remember that. Nobody's going to want to spend close to $88 for this product, knowing that usually Series 1 is printed about twice as much as Update, and that doesn't even include the complete sets. I think that's just like the hobby boxes.
Golly.
Yeah, we got spoiled with the 2024 rookie class, like in Series 1. That was kind of epic. I don't know if James Wood and Dylan Cruz are going to be driving as many people to rip this.
Even Wander a few years ago was a bigger chase. Remember his first, his first edition 1/1 platinum went for like 50 grand. It's like there was like a big incentive behind those. And James Wood has a ton of potential, but yeah, you're right. I don't think anyone is clamoring for a James Wood card right now.
I have a screen cap on my phone somewhere. I guess it would be right around the release date. But the first raw Wander Franco in 2022 sold for like $42 on eBay.
That's awesome.
Absolutely brutal.
What are you pulling up here, Ty?
I'm just pulling up the different prices from last year. I didn't realize that these had all like gone up from last year.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
you got 141 on Series 1 last year, 155, 160 on update. And I didn't realize Chrome had gone up to almost $500 a box.
Jeez. So I want to say one more thing about James Wood real quick. 6'7", 230 pounds. He was in almost the 90th percentile in speed last year, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, just this big, fast man. Unfortunately, he's a terrible defender. But, you can learn defense, especially if it puts you in a spot you're not really accustomed to.
Yep.
I think those are the same numbers Trump's doctor put out a couple years ago. 6'7", 230, 99 speed percentile. That
4, 5, 40.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Never as a president run faster.
You had him and Biden race. I think I know how to bet on.
The ground.
we can't edit this stuff out, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, we can't edit the politics out. Keep it on Wander Franco, guys. Come on.
Right. Yeah, keep it safe.
Yeah, no presidents, just Wander Franco.
All right, so Phil, I got a question for you as our go-to wax guy. Do you think that Bowman Chrome Bowman Draft not selling out might lead Topps to put Series 1 out at a lower price?
No, I think they might be looking at Bowman Draft, and then they might be attributing some of the lack of success to other just more successful sets. So it's not like demand has fallen across the board. It's just demand for that product, just based on initial pricing, based on the hype, based on Topps Chrome Update. It was released like almost a month before draft, and people were still ripping and talking about Chrome Update and all of these like casual groups and everything. And Bowman Draft just didn't have that right draft class this year. The Elway chase, the product pricing, they printed probably a little bit more of it. They added the additional SKU with the breaker boxes with the HTAs. But right now at $400 for a jumbo on eBay, it's a pretty good price. I mean, it's still Bowman Draft.
Yeah.
Series 1. So to Ty's point, they might be looking at the success of Series 2, which was okay. You had the short prints of the Jacksons and such. Series 1 wasn't quite as good, but Series 1's Series 1 always gets gobbled up enough to keep those prices above like 75, 80 for the long term. That didn't stand true for 2020 or 2021 or 2022 because of the Wander situation. But I don't know. They're probably gonna try to price this similarly, update like 88 to 100 upon release. But given the volume of series, like this isn't Series 2. Series 1 gets printed much more. So I would think that there would still be a dip. Like I wouldn't rush to buy at 100 unless you want to buy one box just to open. And then jumbos have been priced at right around like 2x or 1.9x, 1.8x, somewhere around there, the regular hobby. You get the extra silver pack and you get the guaranteed autograph, and breakers like that product more. So what you notice is at release or close to release, when breakers have more demand for these new products, jumbos are going to hold a higher premium to regular hobby. But then over time, that narrows, and the jumbo might only be 30, 40, 50% more than a regular hobby.
All right.
Yeah, one thing I know we've been talking about the rookie class being poor, but especially once they do announce that there's going to be black parallels, I love going after the black parallel rookie cups. And there's a pretty good class of rookies from last year that should have the cups. So that's a great point.
That's a great point. All three Jackson Skeens, which we obviously have a photo of mocked up. I think that's a really good point, Jeff. That may be the
black borders,
change.
that yellow cup looks great.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything else we want to add? Or are we feeling good about this quick live stream?
Do you guys think there's a chance? The thing I'm excited for, obviously, is to see if they get any sort of World Series imagery into the set. Like in 2022, they had those 5 Ultra SPs of the Braves. They picked like 5 Braves guys, and they made really, really rare SPs or SS SPs. I'm wondering if they have time to do something like that with the Dodgers. I would love to see some like a gold. I don't know if they probably pre-printed gold mirrors, Jeff, but maybe they could do some ultra SPs of Betts, Freeman, or Ohtani.
I would love that if they'd throw some ultra SSPs from the World Series in. I don't think they will, but it'd be great.
One of my favorite pictures that's come out in the last while in sports is when Freddie hits a grand slam and holds his bat up, and Mookie's just like this screaming, and you can like see his outline, and then Freddie has the bat. Like, I love how Mookie's in there celebrating. So, like, if that was a card for Freddie, I would like that as a Mookie collector.
Yes, but Mookie went nuts between first and second base. Mookie was just basically like just jumping and screaming the entire way across.
He celebrated way more than Freeman. It was cool, and so I would like that, or Mookie like doing his little fist pump after getting the go-ahead RBI sac fly in Game 5. That'd be cool. I would like both of those as a Mookie collector. I'm sure I'd never get them though, just because I'm still looking for that stupid Hollywood SSP from 2020.
Aren't we all, buddy?
Yes, get in line for that one.
Yeah, nobody will sell that card. Nobody will sell that card.
Nope. If they wouldn't sell it when the Dodgers win the World Series and Mookie gets the game-winning RBI in the clinching game, then when are you going to sell that card?
Okay, so the actual Mookie Betts ball that had the game-winning RBI sold on MLB auctions for only $9,000, and I wish I'd have bought it. That'd have been a cool like piece. I know $9,000's a lot, but like, I would have sold a card to have that. That'd have been
then you just have to wait for Mookie to do a signing.
Would you have him sign that ball?
Yes.
I don't know if I would.
No?
I would.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if you can. All right, let's just do a quick recap here. Some people are just joining late. Professor's Dugout. We are not panicking. I think this is something very similar happened last year with the initial sell sheet. Did not have black or either of those on there, or the gold mirrors listed. So I don't know. I'm not concerned. I'm 99.99% sure those are all going to be back. Phil is maybe a little bit less.
I'm not as confident on the Father's Day and Mother's Day, actually, with the introduction of the canvas and the gold speckle. I wouldn't be surprised if those two were sunsetted. I would be very surprised if black was sunsetted. The only concern compared to last year, though, on this checklist is they did include the clear on this checklist, where that is a hobby exclusive. So that's the concern, but I don't think Topps is dumb enough to do that. But
I would say I would say it's almost more likely that clear is going to be in everything now versus.
You think that's more likely? I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah. Those clears are going to have long pull odds if that's the case. But that's
Oh yeah. There's a comment here from Brooks Breaks. I just wanted to take a second to address. He wants a callback to the Frank Thomas no number on front since it's the 1990 Topps anniversary year, and that would be cool if they did it. Maybe I don't know. God, is there anyone on the White Sox worthy of an auto in the 90?
Andrew Vaughn. That was a joke, not Andrew Vaughn.
I don't know, but there is a cool Lewis Robert no name on front in 2020, and there's one sitting on eBay right now if you want to go look that up. That's a great idea. Unfortunately, Lewis Robert hasn't panned out exactly just yet, but still a cool card.
You know what's funny about the Lewis Robert situation, right? He's had an okay career. He hasn't been amazing, but he's been a good player. 14 WAR through age 26. He's kind of like the embodiment of what most top prospects are, but we just don't talk about him very often.
Yeah, it'd be great if he could get out of there.
We're spoiled with some of them.
Yeah,
I like to see Luis Robert on a different team.
I would like to see anyone on the White Sox on a different team.
Yeah,
Garrett Crochet, you got your wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we try to assess the design? Like try to give it a grade or a number?
Let's put our hands up. Let's go.
Can you just pull it back up on the screen so I can look at it one more time?
Yeah. Give us a final look.
Does anyone have it queued up? Hold on.
Before we do, Brooks Break says maybe they will make it an SSP image variation with the Frank himself. They reprint that card with 10 copies.
Oh, that would be cool, and have him sign them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nope. Okay.
We doing out of 10 or out of 5?
Up to you.
Let's do out of 10.
I want to see it. Are we putting it up again?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. 3, 2.
What, out of 10?
Out of 10. 10 fingers.
That's a lot of fingers.
It'd be hard to count.
No.
Yeah.
7.
8. I'm in 8. My fingers are big, I guess.
I'm
7.
behind Royale's picture, but I'm going.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
8.
Yeah, I got 8 up as well.
Oh, 3 8s and a 7.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we're pretty close.
I know.
Hey,
Ty,
anybody in the chat, throw your numbers in the chat. What do you think out of 10? What do you grade this design? Okay, Joseph says it's a 7.
Yeah. But as they say, wait till Chrome comes out. Wait till the Chrome parallels come out with this design, yo. It's going to look ridiculous.
They do say that. They do say
that happens a lot.
I actually think last year's was a better Chrome design. Like, honestly, I like 2024 with Chrome, but this is fine. It's not bad. There's some years you're just like, this is bad. This isn't one of those years.
Yeah, I do think I mentioned with the black parallels how the team names are going to pop, but I think they may have done that. They may have sort of drifted the team name into the white on purpose, because it's even with the Independence Days, like all the colors they put there, like that part of the team name is really, it's going to look great with parallels. It just looks a little bit weird on the base card.
Trevor doesn't like it.
Oh no, yeah, Trevor Gray, Andrew Applebaum, not fans.
Yeah, I think a little bit of the 82.
A negative 7.5. I know that's not what it means. I'm just kidding.
All right, curator. So we're pretty close to what the majority think. A couple low scores.
The one thing I'll say though is if it's this well received this early, it's a very good sign for it, because usually at the beginning people hate it and they grow. It grows on them. Yeah. So to have this much optimism is a good thing, unless they just like crap in hand, which I don't imagine. So. I
am gonna laugh, Scott, because you said like it should be the condition of these should be pretty good out of the pack with all the white borders except
the I say that.
So I'm gonna laugh when the first stuff we see gets ripped and everything is crazy off centered.
That's okay. How do we feel about off centered cards? Do we feel like we should be penalized in grading with off centered cards when it's not our fault? It's literally the grading company out of creation.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
it's still less appealing than another one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because we'll pay for something that's 55-50 center versus 50-50 and pay 5 times more sometimes. And it's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah. Especially with vintage stuff. It's got to be centered. That's like the most important aspect of the card if you follow certain heavy vintage people on Instagram.
Yeah, they'd prefer that versus rounded corners. I would too, actually. I'd rather have rounded corners than way off center.
Yeah, curator cardboard. We did touch on the DH. We're not sure if the dot's just going to be in the dugout area or just at the plate, maybe kind of near where the catcher would be. I don't know.
Yep. I think Ty said maybe Ohtani gets 2 dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there'll be like a rare 2-dot variation.
Every DH just gets an Ohtani logo in the bottom. Call it a day.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered it.
Do you want to? Here's a hot question for you. Dynasty's coming out soon. Who is the one player you'd buy? I know yours, Jeff.
Yeah. I don't need to answer that.
Say yours really quick. Yeah, there we go. Jackson Churio. Phil, who you taking? You going after Skeens? You going after Holiday? Who's your guy?
Nice, juicy, yellow pirate team type whatever patch. Yeah, going after Skeens.
There's going to be a sick Pirates face. You know, the face I have on the patch with the Skeens auto. That'll look cool.
That too.
All right, Chris.
I'm just going to buy a CT scanner so that I can check all my Dynasty boxes, and I feel like that's going to be the way to go.
You're smart, man. Sell me all the Chris Bryant Dynasty patches worth $5 each. Why they include that guy in any product blows my mind.
I don't know. I don't know why they include him on any teams, but anyway. Yeah, obviously I'm curious what like what the Skeens is going to sell for with like you said with that really cool Pirates patch. That's going to be an awesome looking card.
Cool. All right,
hopefully
guys.
The RC isn't floating, curator. Hopefully we don't get a floating RC shield in the middle of the card for some reason.
Yeah, I did like where they put the sometimes we get very questionable gold cup placement as well.
Yeah.
But the Skeens one looked like the Future Stars we showed before. That looks great. Man, that guy can jump.
That's very high.
Where's the Skeens? There's the Skeens. Yeah, they actually put the gold cup in a pretty reasonable spot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, legibility of the team name is going to be different from one card to the next, so that'll get interesting. Somebody in the comments brought up the point that maybe with Topps Chrome, with Topps Chrome, what are they going to do? How different will it look? The team name, will it look
more? It's like a silver border, yeah.
Yeah, will it be emphasized more, distinguished less?
Ha! This is have they released the Dynasty checklist, Scott?
Not yet.
I'm always curious who the worst player on the checklist will be. Like, who's the guy?
It's usually like Byron Buxton,
Oof.
Chris Bryant. it's usually like who it is.
Maybe a Tyler Soderstrom, so Jeff and I can continue our
That's what we'd pull, for
unintentional
sure.
collection.
There's never a bad Pokemon. There's always a bunch of bad baseball players. Just kidding. So guys, for the folks here that haven't seen a real baseball episode from us in over a week now, there is one coming in the hopper, 55-minute episode where we talk about the top rookies, our favorites in 2023 and 2024. So that'll be interesting for you guys, I think. Nice long form video. When will that drop, Scott? We're going to do that tomorrow or Saturday?
We posted this today, probably Friday. Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then we'll post Sunday as well. So we have 2 videos coming this week, 2 more videos.
Yeah.
This is
Great.
4 video week for us. That's saying something.
We got to make up for lost time. That New Year's week, we were kind of MIA.
Yeah.
Well, heaven forbid we enjoy New Year's.
Right? I mean, how dare we enjoy our lives?
We're so selfish. But yeah, so we'll get the big. Do you want to save the big long episode? Let's save that for Sunday. That's a great Monday morning listen. That big long episode.
Yeah, when you're stuck in traffic on the way to work, fire that thing up. Let the road rage just envelop you.
What was the other video we did, Phil? What was even on? I don't even remember.
2 questions.
Yeah, as if I'm a collector or a scalper or something.
Yeah, and then like, what would you do with Topps? If you had Topps Chrome update boxes, what would you do? Like Jeff, are you ripping that mega?
Oh man, I don't know. It depends if I want to get the Skeens or not. I'm
Do
still
it
deciding if
right
I would
now
take
on
the Pirates
camera,
bounty. So
Do it right now on camera. You won't.
Yeah. Or save it. We'll rip it tonight on our Blabbin' Live tonight.
yeah,
Jeff.
anybody here wants more live chatter? Yeah, I will. I'll open it tonight on Blabbin'.
Oh, there we go. All right, Paul Skeens live pull tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern.
If you pull that, can I go to 1 game with you, Jeff?
If I take I still have to consider how the Pirates are going to be over the next 30 years if I'm going to take their deal or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
All right, guys.
The luxury suite option is still there, Jeff.
Kenny, thanks for asking. Yes, both Chris and I are safe from the fires. Many people weren't so lucky. Shout out to all the firefighters and first responders out here in Southern California who've been working overtime for the last 3 days with the wind and fires. So, but yes, thanks for asking. We're good, Kenny. Join us. What time, Joseph? We're doing Blabbin' About Slabbin' live tonight at our usual time of 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So find us on the Blabbin' About Slabbin' channel.
I like this Royal Benjamin comment. There is I feel like every year there's one accidental RC somewhere. So hopefully the Jacksons are going to be clear of that. It was kind of a relief to not see it on Skeens, to be honest with you.
Yes, we know they've been screwed up there.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
You're joining.
See ya.
See ya.